story which is breaking this morning is, of course, an office memorandum issued on 9th of July, which allows now the government employees to take part in the RSS activities. There was an earlier, kind of a ban on this. We also have a reaction which came in from the BJP's Amit Malviya, but early this morning, before the beginning of the parliament session, that's the budget session, the Congress party has made this a big issue. The Congress has a very uneasy relationship with the RSS because that is something which Rahul Gandhi's pet topic, where Jairam Ramesh and Pawan Khera have objected to the office memorandum, which removes a bar on government employees taking place on activities associated with the RSS. Amit Malviya of the BJP, of course, has come out with a reaction saying that this is a step which needed to be taken and the ban on the RSS was arbitrary. Amar, would you see this as an outreach by the BJP to the RSS and them being brazen that we don't care what the Congress and the opposition has to say?
Well, officially the government has not spoken anything on this order yet. So, what is the authenticity and when it was issued, because we can't find it on the DoPT website as far, and DoPT puts out all the orders. So maybe we'll just have to wait over what the exact authenticity. Mr. Amit Malviya also put out tweet and I think he deleted it later.
No, but he's come up with another tweet which he actually has defended it.
He's defended it. So, okay, fine. So, but, I think the Congress highlighted it first. I think it was Jairam Ramesh tweet which brought it out in public knowledge. So, in a way, see, RSS, this was banned in a certain context and many years back. The order is about 1960s, I believe. So, obviously, the scenario has changed. And the BJP would now say that, RSS is very much an organization. If somebody wants to go to the Shakha of RSS in the morning, what does it have to do with this professional life? That is separate from what anybody's personal beliefs in a particular organization are. So, obviously, the BJP will defend it, but the Congress obviously will question that once this order was brought about, why this change is coming around now after almost 5 decades, Pallavi.
Okay, so I'm just going to read out a quick word from what Amit Malviya has tweeted and then I'll come to you, Payal, and then Arunima. The unconstitutional order was issued 58 years back in 66, imposing a ban on government employees taking part in the activities of the RSS has been withdrawn by the Modi government. The original order shouldn't have been passed in the first place. Payal, obviously the opposition parties, more specifically the Congress party, ain't going to raise a storm over it. But there have been enough reports of an uneasy relationship between the BJP and the RSS. Now, if this order gets an official stamp in 10, as Aman was pointing out, the government also comes out with a response to it. Would you also, I'm asking you the same question, would you also see this as a BJP reaching out to the RSS?
Well, of course, to begin with, we'll have to just officially have to wait to see what the order really is, because we haven't heard from any government source so far as this is concerned. But, this can't be called as a major reach out by the BJP to the RSS, because, much which is not visible to our eyes, the BJP and the RSS are pretty much on talking terms. One quality that the RSS really has is that it does not wash dirty linen in public. So every time that Mohan Bhagwat has said something, the RSS has come out and said that, you're just taking it out of context. For example, the other day when he made a comment, on somebody who considers themselves to be superhuman, the RSS came out and said that everything that they are saying does not mean they're pointing a finger at Narendra Modi. But such is the context, because, everything is available on social media and people are free to draw their own references. But yes, there's been a lot of back and forth between the RSS and the BJP. But they're pretty much on the same page is what we are given to understand.
Arunima, just to put it into context, when was this order passed? What is the context behind it and what really is it? Government employees are supposed to be like Caesar's wife. Okay.
Yeah, if you go back in history, when Mahatma Gandhi...
I'm just going to interrupt you on there. We've got Mr. Amit Malviya now joining us on the phone line. Thank you very much speaking to us. Is this an official order? Now, first question, because I do see your response, but Mr. Malviya, is this an official order? We just want a confirmation on that.
Well, from what I understand, there has been an order to this effect on the 9th of July.
Mr. Malviya, we also must have seen Jairam Ramesh's and Pawan Khera's responses saying that this is something where the gloves are off. And we always knew that the BJP was hand in gloves with the RSS. That is Rahul Gandhi's pet line as well. How would you want to respond to this kind of a criticism which are coming in from the Congress? And I suspect through the day, that's exactly what is going to gain momentum.
First of all, the Congress party needs to learn its own history. This order was wholly unconstitutional and arbitrary. It was imposed in November 1966, after the anti-cow slaughter agitation happened in front of the parliament on 11th November 1966, which saw lakhs of people mobilized by the RSS in Jansangh Indira Gandhi's government ordered fire on those sadhus and sannyasis, and several of them died. It was in response to that agitation that she banned government employees from participating in RSS activities. However, the same Indira Gandhi in 1977 offered to lift this ban for the support of RSS during her election campaign. And not just this, several Congress leaders have had ideological affinity to the RSS, starting from Pattabi Sitaramaya, who was the first president of the Congress post-independence. And after that, you had Purushottam Tandon, who also was a champion for the cause of Uniform Civil Code and the Ram Mandir. And therefore, the Congress party's history from their presidents post-independence to Indira Gandhi, who was the Prime Minister for a relatively long period. There has been an association with the RSS. There has been an ideological affinity. And for Rahul Gandhi and company, it would be best if they learned their own history, familiarize themselves with the Congress's past before jumping all over the place.
You know, Mr. Malviya, there have been reports, media reports also, and talk about things not being very much cozy between the RSS and the BJP post the Lok Sabha elections, and that is something which again the opposition parties has raised. Would I be correct in asking you this question and giving this assessment that this is perhaps one order, if it becomes official, reaction comes in from the government? Mr. Malviya, this is BJP's way to reach out to the RSS?
There can never be any disagreement between the BJP and the RSS. The RSS is the mother organization of the wider Vichar Parivar. Anything to the contrary is a fiction of imagination of the media which is writing about it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Malviya, for speaking to us and putting it into perspective. Arunima, sorry I interrupted you, but yeah, just go ahead.
Yes, I was just telling you that as far as the ban on RSS goes, we all know that when Mahatma Gandhi was killed, then Sardar Patel decided to ban RSS for the first time. Subsequently, the organization was banned 3 other times, including the last one in 1992. But as far as the bureaucracy and its association with RSS goes, it was latest in 1980 that this order was issued that bureaucrats cannot be part of Rashtriya Samsevak Sangh, and Congress was in power, then the United Front came in power. And they have constantly this logic that bureaucracy cannot be part of a socio-cultural organization which has religious side to it, because there is a steel frame, as Sardar Patel called the bureaucracy. It is committed to the secular structure. Now what the Bharatiya Janata Party is turning around and saying is that it is a socio-cultural organization. It has nothing to do with the allegations that have been made against them, and therefore there should be no ban on the bureaucracy. But I must point out that so far, like we all have been saying, this is this order that the Congress Party is putting out on its timeline, saying it's an order from the Ministry of DoPT, but the Ministry itself has not come on record so far confirming if this paper is authentic or not. Whether it will happen when Dr. Jitendra Singh walks into the Parliament and confirms, we are waiting for that. But that seems to be the broad framework as to why the government thinks the civil servants should not be banned from joining the RSS.
The BJP, of course, is already defending it. Mr. Malviya, in fact, has gone on record to tell us that the 9 July order seems to have happened. But Aman, I'm just going to go back to Parliament.